All right. Hello, insurance exam queen here. Here to answer. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean, David, but I don't know. It looks all right. We're working on the lighting. Oh, let me grab this link and share it in the Facebook group real quick. We are working hard on getting studio quality lighting ready to go so that we can have better videos, better content. I mean, we don't need better teaching. It's perfect, right? Woo! All right. Anyway, green. That's
oh my
fun.
Goodness, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Look at this light. Is there a light show? That looks fine. Wow.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just having fun here on the channel. If anybody shows up, you can ask me questions. And on the back screen, this is my other YouTube channel, is Magic Money, where we talk about making as much money as you want, doing what you love, flipping your beliefs about money, because money is not quite as difficult and hard as we make it out to be. And we can change those money beliefs and those money mindsets. So you can find me on my other YouTube channel at Melissa May Dillon, where we talk about magic money. Get that money, honey, because you can make so much money in the insurance world and just start doing whatever you're passionate about. All right, Katie, I am struggling with homeowners and state regulations. Okay, so with homeowners policies, it comes down to just understanding like just what a property policy is. So think about, if I have a home, what do I want protected for my home? I'm going to want the walls and the roof protected. I'm going to, if a tree falls on my roof, I'm going to want them to rebuild it. That would be coverage A. I'm going to want them to fix my shed. If my shed burns down or the tree falls on the shed, I'm going to want them to fix my shed. That's going to be coverage B. B is anything in the backyard, buildings in the back of the house. Don't have to be in the backyard. That's just a memory trick. Think about, I want them to replace my stuff. If all my stuff burns in a fire, if all my stuff is stolen, I want them to replace my stuff. So just think about like what you would want covered, on your homeowners. Or if my house does burn down, I'm going to need to stay in a hotel. So I'm going to need, coverage for that. That's coverage D. If my dog bites somebody and they say I've got to pay their medical bill, then, coverage E, liability, covers that. So try to reframe it in like, what would I want protected of my own policy, my own homeowners. Now, I am a pro at teaching homeowners, not going to lie, one of the best out there. And the best videos that I have for homeowners are the Gold Class Series package. Oh, and you know what? I do actually, I guess I'm going to do a little thing here. I do have, every once in a while, we promote this and we share it. Whenever I feel like there should be a holiday special or something, we have these videos called, where are they at? I have these videos that are, I got to find it. Oh, there it is. We have these videos where I'm beginning to build new curriculum. So like in the Gold Class Series, it is, it's class recording. So I teach a class and people ask questions and I answer questions in their class recordings. I started creating videos where it's just me teaching and people are not asking questions and it's just a clean recording like that. But then I got pregnant. I had the baby. You see the little baby head? I got pregnant and I had the baby and there's a baby. And I haven't sat down to continue making this content, but I started selling what I had. And it's actually a really nice special. It's $27 for, I think, about 30 hours worth. No, is it 30 hours? I don't want to say it wrong. You can look at the details. It's 30 days, $27 for 30 days. I'll put the link in the comments right there. But this one actually has some of the best homeowners lessons that I have ever taught. And it covers a lot for property and casualty. So like this would be a good, if you need a boost, like maybe you already have gold and you're like still struggling, you get this to boost you. Or if you're like, around a 60 or something and you just can't secure the pass, this could definitely boost you. I mean, I always recommend gold, but these videos, these homeowners videos that I have inside the property casualty listen and learn lectures are bomb.com. I love them. And so I just dropped the link in the comments so you can get that. Anybody coming later can get that in the comments as well. Okay. So with state regulations, that one also, so answering Katie's question, struggling with homeowners and state regulations. With state regulations, There's just, it's all about state law. Like what it's not about insurance policies anymore. It's more about your job as an insurance agent and what you need to understand as an insurance agent in the state that you're in. And a lot of it comes down to knowing about the rules about getting your insurance license. Like who is allowed to get an insurance license? You have to be 18. You have to pay the fee. You have to pass the test. And then you can get an insurance license. You don't need a college degree. You don't need a high school diploma. You just have to be 18, pay the fee, pass the test. Then you can become and be a good person or be of good character. Basically, you just don't have a crazy criminal record. Those are the things that they usually refer to when you're talking about getting a license. You also want to know some important numbers, like how long is your license good for? How many hours of continuing education do you need? Every state's going to be a little bit different. And then you also need to know like the unfair trade practices, like what is rebating, coercion, twisting, misrepresentation, unfair discrimination. And then those are the big ones. Knowing about your state license, knowing the unfair trade presentation, and then knowing about the commissioner, the director, the superintendent. This is going to be the person in charge of insurance in your state. And all of those things I cover very simply in the state regulations video, which is available in all of my packages. So beyond YouTube, I do have videos that go more into depth to cover all the most common, most tested topics. And that's on insuranceexamqueen.com. And I always recommend gold because it gives you everything. But those would be some of the things that you definitely want to know for state regulations. And it is just ultimately a lot of memorization, memorizing the numbers, the dates, the times, memorizing the unfair trade practices definitions, what is twisting, rebating, coercion, etc. And then there are a good amount of videos about those things on YouTube. So I even have a state regulations playlist. So some of you may just randomly watch my videos and not realize I've actually grouped things on playlists. So if you look at my playlist, there's a whole state regulations one that you can watch. All right. Going down the comments, Carmen, thanks. I didn't know about the Making Money channel. Yes. I'm all about inspiring people to make money. And in fact, my sister just told me it's one of the purposes that I'm here on earth for, using a human design. If you haven't heard about human design, it's amazing. It tells you all about what you are designed to do. What is your purpose? What is your passion here on this planet? And on my Facebook, if you look up Sarah Shalacy, SCHALLACI, or Gamez, Game Z. Actually, she just changed her name. Sorry, Sarah Gamez, Gamez. And she does human design readings and stuff. And she explained my chart to me. And this is why I'm so passionate about helping people make money. I myself was a corporate worker working a corporate job with, decent pay compared to having been an elementary school teacher. But I had no ability to make more money than what I was making by continuing to do what I was good at. And I wanted a way to be able to make more money. And so I started the Insurance Exam Queen business. And now the money can be infinite. I make money from YouTube. I make money from class sales. I make money from class recordings. I make money from, selling my packages. There's so much potential to be able to make money. And we have these very limited beliefs that we can only make money through our job. Like we can only make money if someone else is willing to give us money for this thing. And I talk about shattering those money beliefs, changing those money beliefs, and truly being able to tap into your power. Money is just energy, and I'm able to just pull it out of the air, really. And that's on Melissa McDillon. That's my other YouTube channel. And I talk about magic money. I even have a magic money membership. It's $33 a month where we have a playground of money. And it's a fun space to be in. It's on a Facebook group. Okay. All right. I'm ready to make some money. Yes. Definitely need the life and health videos more often. I'm about to take my exam in April. The tax regulations as well as the MEC policy confuses me a bit. Good news, taxes and the MEC is not something that is highly tested on the life exam. So taxes are usually a very low percent, 4 or 5% of the questions in most states. And so it's not super important to fully understand the tax side of things. With an MEC, the biggest question they have on an MEC is that once it's labeled an MEC, it's always an MEC. And then if they ever ask anything about the MEC, usually the answer is a 7-pay test. And that's basically how they figure out if it's an MEC, which is, I could go into it. An MEC is a modified endowment contract. Basically, it's a person who bought a life insurance policy, but trying to use it as an investment account as opposed to an actual insurance policy. And so they load a ton of money into it because life insurance policies allow you to accrue interest tax-free and you never have to pay money on the taxes. So someone who's trying to avoid paying taxes will buy a life insurance policy, super load it with money to earn interest and have no intention of actually using it as life insurance. When they catch that, what they do is they do a 7-pay test where they say, okay, if the premiums you paid in the first 7 years are more than what is needed to pay off the entire policy, they label it a modified endowment contract. Then it's no longer labeled life insurance. They begin to tax you on it. And the government says, no, you were trying to get away with not paying taxes, but we're going to make you pay taxes. That's what an MEC is, a modified endowment contract. So once it's labeled an MEC, it's always an MEC. You can't fix it. And how do you know something is an MEC? You do the 7-pay test. So that's MECs in a nutshell. I passed my exam. Kim passed her exam. You're so welcome. Missy, thinking of getting the gold for life and health. Get gold, get gold, get gold, get gold. Go to Google reviews. If you go to Google reviews and you type insurance exam queen, you will see over 1,600 5-star reviews, perfect score. And most people state gold is the reason that they were able to pass. Don't think about it. Don't waste your time. Just get it, get it, get it. That's what other people say. I'm simply repeating people's words who bought my gold class series package, and you can see it on my Google reviews. Shauna passed my P&C exam yesterday. Woo! Congratulations. Maria, I am stuck in liability and comprehensive. So liability is just, I am responsible for what has happened to someone else or to something else. So my dog bites you. I am liable to you because my dog bit you. I crashed my car into you. I am liable to you because I crashed your car. So liability just means I am responsible for whatever happens. And we have liability on our homeowners insurance. We have liability on our auto insurance. We have liability on our commercial insurance. It's just a way of saying I'm responsible and I have to take care of this situation. With comprehensive, the word comprehensive in the health exam just means everything. But when it comes to the property and casualty side of things, comprehensive is usually labeled as collision and not what is it? Collision and other than collision. So usually comprehensive is spoken as other than collision. So they're basically saying everything except crashing your car. So the coverages under Part D of your auto policy, you have Part D, damage to your auto. It has 2 things. It has collision and other than collision. Collision is anytime you hit something. I hit a tree, I hit a building, I hit a stop sign, I hit another car. Collision, collision, collision. The only time hitting something is not collision is when the thing you hit is an animal, and then they label it as comprehensive or other than collision. Comprehensive or other than collision is basically everything else that can happen to your car, and you're covered for that under comprehensive. Flooding, theft, vandalism, an animal crashing into it, fire happening to your car, all of those would be under comprehensive, also known as other than collision. All right. Daggerheim, I have my life exam on Monday. Sending you all the loves, all the vibes to pass your exam. And then after that, get with Charmaine. We are about to start our Zoom, how to start a remote flight agency. So I have to hop off. Okay. So Charmaine, I forgot there's actually a live class going on right now with Charmaine. So if you are interested in learning about how to start your own insurance agency, so speaking about how to make your own money, how to, get away from the mindset that you can only make money through a job. Charmaine's class is going to show you how to do that. How she started her own life insurance agency. Her and her husband and I actually all used to work together at USA. I'm dropping the link in the comments right now. You can register for her class. It's starting right now. So if you have a lot of interest in starting your own insurance agency, especially if you've already passed the exam, jump onto that comment. You can click that link and you'll be taken to her class right now. All right. Hello, my friend. Watching your videos helped me pass my test. Congratulations. Yes. All right, Maria, you have my gold. Perfect. Megan, is there a life only option? Yes and no. You're regardless, you're going to buy $97 life and health gold. There is no, I don't separate them in terms of pricing, but they are separated once you purchase it. So when you purchase it, All you need is life. Life is separated from health, so you won't get confused about what it is you need to watch. The reason I don't separate them in pricing is because most of you, because I give you 100 days access, most of you who start with life only or health only, once you get it, your boss will go, by the way, I need you to get the other license. I just didn't want to alarm you that you needed two, but you need to get this other one. So go start studying for it. It's better just to have it all up front. And honestly, it's in my opinion, it is much easier to take one test instead of two tests. So I would encourage you, if you're doing life, just get the health on there. It'll only benefit you to have more licenses. You're leaving money on the table when you don't get both life and health. Carmen, thank you for the info. Yes, Tamara, love magic money. Magic money. Deborah, I have to jump off, but you are amazing. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Thank you. I am New Jersey, by the way. PSI test pass in the 4th time. Congrats. All right, Takesha, any tips on the North Carolina adjuster's exam? So I personally don't have any experience with the adjuster's exam, but so much of the adjuster's exam is simply property and casualty, which is what I cover. Now, we have Angela, the ultimate study buddy, who does actually know adjusting, and she just we together released a property and casualty plus adjusting gold class series package. So not only will it cover all the property and casualty content taught by me, she adds in the adjusting component to help you understand what it is you need to know for the adjusting exam. And you can find that at insuranceexamqueen.com. It's in purple. You can click on gold adjusting. My second attempt is Tuesday. Okay, Katie, yes, all the loves, all the vibes. You're going to get this. Dylan, what do you recommend for Florida test taker? I have my exam tomorrow. I'm prepared. Just want to get some last minute studying. I don't know which exam you are taking, but usually I recommend that the night before the exam, you don't cram, because like the attitude of cramming, the energy of cramming says, I don't got it. But if you have a night of relaxing, like I've got this in the bag, that's a very energetic vibe that says I've got this and I know I'm going to pass. And so I don't have to do any sort of cramming. The one thing I would recommend watching is my about to test motivation audio. So I have a little recording here on the YouTube channel, about to test motivation audio, and you listen to it on the way to the exam, and it gets you hyped and excited about being able to pass. And just trusting and knowing that the answers you need will flow out of you. And many people, again, on the Google review page have cited that as a reason that they were able to pass the exam. I have watched a lot of your, Misty, I've watched a lot of your videos when I took property and casualty. Congrats. Kat, pro rata. So I don't know if you mean pro rata on the health side or the life or the property and casualty side, but we do have videos. If you type pro rata into my YouTube channel, you should be able to find it. We have videos on there. And again, the best I have like a specific math class specifically in the gold class series package to help you understand the math. I bought the gold package and specifically is catered to SC property and casualty tests. Yes. So all my gold works in every state, because I teach the most common, most tested topics across all states. The one little component I do not have that is your state specific laws. So South Carolina specific laws. I have the general insurance regulations video. And at the beginning, if you just hopped on, if you go to the beginning of this live, once it's done, I'm going to publish it to the channel. But I talk about what you need to know for insurance regulations, and I cover all of those things. But you would have to go to your state approved material to find the exact numbers, like how long is my license good for? How is the commissioner or director elected or appointed, whatever. You would have to find those state-specific law things. But gold works for every state. Bronze, silver, everything I sell works for every state, and that is the beauty of it. I'm taking my life and health for Florida. Would taking and studying the test be enough? Studying questions is not a study. That's not studying. That's memorizing questions. The problem with any practice exam, no matter what course, whether you have my practice exams, you have other people's practice exams, those questions are not going to be exactly the same questions you see on the actual state exam. So when you only study questions, and then that's all you've learned, and then you go to take the test, a lot of it does not translate. There are some people who cite that all they did was take the test until they got an 80%, the practice test until they got an 80%, and then they passed the test, no problem. This is like only a handful of people. This does not work for the majority of people. So it's more important to know and understand the material. And I would say for most people, if all you do is watch my gold, you're much more likely to pass. Now, many of you, we do have a 90% first time pass rate or next time pass rate. So if you failed multiple times, and again, you can read this on my Google reviews, multiple people say, I failed, I got gold, I passed. I failed, I got gold, I passed. I failed, I got gold, I passed. Right? So it saves time. How much time are you spending studying material that makes no sense, and you take the test and it's all wasted because you failed again, and then you go back at it again? Let me study material that doesn't make any sense, and then I take the test again, and then I fail again. I'm trying to prevent you from wasting that time by just watch the gold videos. It'll teach you what you actually need to know. It'll help you remember what you actually need to know, and it'll help you recall the right answer on the exam so that you can secure your pass with a 90% pass rate. That's pretty darn good. Manny, I don't want to say that. Please recommend Tennessee accident and health. The breakdown for Tennessee is actually pretty simple. If you go to my, in fact, everybody, no matter what state you're in, this is the best thing you do. No matter what state you're in, go to insuranceexamqueen.com. And then if you're doing property and casualty, click property and casualty and click recommendations. If you're doing life and health, click recommendations. And I will break down your state for you on my website, telling you what's most important to know and then how I can best help you pass that exam. Thank you very much. Your videos have been insanely helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Chad, I've used your health for North Carolina. Any recommendations for Medicare? Oh, I know. Okay, I'm sorry, Chad. I do not yet have a Medicare long-term care supplement suitable for North Carolina. Now, I do have, hopefully you still have access to your health, because we do have long-term care videos in there. We do have Medicare in there. But right now, I don't have enough material to really support that separate exam that North Carolina makes you do. Bailey, does your gold cover farm and crop? Yes. I'm worried because it's not state specific. I take my last chance on Wednesday. What state are you in, Bailey? We do cover farm. I don't know how much I got them on crop because it's actually not highly tested in some states. It really depends. Oh, Kentucky. Kentucky. Yeah. So Kentucky is a tricky one because you got to know a lot of everything. They really make, if you think about the exam as like a piece of pie, most states make pretty big pieces. Like general insurance is a big chunk of the entire pie. Kentucky splits it up like big time. And like every little, like this chapter is only worth 6% and 6%, 6%, 6%, 6%. Like they make, you have to know everything about everything in Kentucky. But I had many people pass the Kentucky exam with the help of my gold class series package. So I know it can definitely help you. Rick, perfect. Rick, purchase the gold. Yeah, go for the gold. 9% first time pass rate. Save so much time and money. That's what I'm here for. I just want to save your heartache. I want you to save you stress. I want to save you overwhelm. I was thinking the other day, the Insurance Exam Queen is the solution for you to be able to pass. I don't just treat you as a person who's buying a course. I treat you as a person who has a whole life, who has kids, who has jobs, who has stress, who has all this stuff going on. And I just cut to the chase about what you actually need to know in a funny and humorous way so that you're not bored out of your mind and that you can easily recall this, that you feel empowered to head on in there and pass the exam. That's what you're getting with my class series package. So go get them, insuranceexamqueen.com. Dea, hello, Melissa. Your videos are helping so lots of O's much. Sometimes we know the answer, but I will find some difficulty understanding the question. Are there any tips for that as a non-English speaker? So Dea, I don't know if you have gold, but inside of gold, we have a video, one of the very last videos, which is navigating test questions. And this is where Peter will actually break down like how to handle a question, not just do I know about homeowners coverage E, but like when I read these sentences, how do I figure out what they're actually asking? And how do I help narrow down what is the correct answer choice? And how do I avoid any pitfalls of them trying to trick me? Because let's be honest, you're not just being tested on, do you understand coverage E on homeowners? You're being tested on, do you know how to read a question? Do you know how to extract the question from the question? Because sometimes they give you a lot of extra information. Do you know how to pick the right answer? You're being tested on a lot of things. Now, the other thing too with being an English speaker is my main teaching that I did prior to the insurance exam was in Arizona in communities where most people were not native English speakers. Most people that I taught spoke mostly Hispanic, and then they come to school and then they learn English, and then they were my students. So teaching people who are non-native English speakers is one of the main things that I used to do, which is why I teach like how I teach. So if you can get gold, and the way I explained, I use common, easy to understand language. I simplify it. I use multiple examples to help you understand. So we can definitely get you there. I've had many non-native English speakers being able to pass the exam. Puga. Queen, can you explain variable annuities in the term of NAV and AIR? I'm confused on that topic. No, I don't even know what you're saying. Okay, let me. Oh, that's my baby. I didn't know my baby was right there. Hi. Where's your daddy? Where's your daddy? What you doing? Okay. Variable simply means that they are invested in the stock market. That is not a protected account. It's invested in the stock market. When you say NAV and AIR, net asset value. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So variables are not tested very much. Anything about variable is you usually get one question about variable, and that it's a V. You need 2 lines of authority. You need a life license, and then you need a securities license to be able to sell anything variable related. Look at this, baby. Look at this features to sell anything variable. And unless you're in Michigan where they have separate variable exam, I stepped on her finger without knowing she was next to me.
Didn't hear her coming?
Luckily it didn't hurt her.
She come in here like a freaking elephant.
I mean, I heard her, but
what was that again?
But I don't spend a lot of time with variable because it's usually a very small percentage of the test. If I were to look up net asset value and assumed interest rate, I could probably break it down for you, but I haven't. It's not on the top of my head because it's not a highly tested topic. I have studied this stuff like the back. I know, Bailey, I'm so sorry with Kentucky. It is tricky. I do have, if you look at my YouTube channel, a how to pass the Kentucky property and casualty exam video if you haven't studied that yet. Judith, good evening. Good evening. Dea, I've got your gold. Good. So Dea, listen to gold on repeat, no matter, like I'm taking a shower, listening to gold. I'm driving my car, listening to gold. I'm cooking, listening to gold. Cleaning, listening. Whether you can look at it or not, listening to it is going to be extremely helpful. So many people have recited over and over again, just listening. And then the other thing too, Wilfred Silvar, I don't know how to say his last name, but he was a Spanish speaker, and he passed both his exams on the first try after using gold. And he studied property and casualty with someone else, eventually found me, and then passed the very next time. He didn't mess around with life and health. He just immediately got me, only used me for life and health, and passed the very first time. And he was a religious note taker. Like everything I said, he'd write down. He had notebooks worth of notes of information, and English was not his first language, and he was able to pass his exams the first time after using me. So definitely be taking notes as well. Listen to it as much as you can. Take notes as much as you can. It will eventually sink into your brain to the point where you're able to recall what you need to be able to pass. I hope the exams were 50 times. There may or may not be a lot of math on your test. Here's it sucks because you may or may not have math questions. Like, you got to prepare for them because you may have them, but you may not see them at all. But no matter what, math will not make or break you. So like if you struggle with math and completely and you end up getting math questions, you can be strong enough in other areas that you can still pass. I wasn't a huge math lover. I failed a math class multiple times in college. Like I just had to pass this one math class to get my college degree for elementary education. And I failed it multiple times. And then I finally just started asking questions. And then I was able to learn what I needed to learn. But my point with that is math isn't a super strong suit for me. But I have learned the math that you need to know for this exam. And I teach it to you in the same way that I would need it taught to me because I have struggled with math. So I do teach the math in the Gold Class Series package, both for the property and casualty and for the health exam. You have co-insurance math on the we have co-insurance on both ends, but on the health side you have co-insurance questions for the, like if you have a health insurance plan and then you pay some and they pay some and how much do you actually have to pay. I cover all of that too. Thank you. Your baby is adorable. Oh, thank you. I found you on Spotify too. Yeah. Are those good to listen to on the go? Yes. Anytime you could just listen to me in passing, it's definitely going to help. I need one help, please. Okay, so Judith, we have one-on-one health. If you go to my insuranceexamqueen.com and you go to live classes and tutoring or whatever, you can go to Angela does property and casualty support. Peter also does property and casualty support and life and health. And then Heather does life and health. Now, all of them are their own separate business. So if you book with them, you're working with them, but they're who I've recommended on my page. And then Gold, oh my God, like this is insane. Gold is $97, 100 days access for 30 hours worth of video. And you can attend 3 live classes a week that we teach. So if you really do need help and you need to talk to an instructor who can help you explain these things, you get Gold. You can attend up to 6 hours of classes every week with a real instructor who can answer your questions. Like that's insane. Like when I was in this industry as a corporate worker, the thousands of dollars people would pay for me to go out and teach a class was crazy. And we're just offering you these free class every night. Oh, well, not every night. There's usually 3 a week, but I mean, you can attend these classes and talk to the instructors and get help and support for $97. Like that's insane. There are other instructors in this space who charge multiple hundreds of dollars to give you help. And I'm 97. Like I'm not even at $100. Yes, I do have more expensive stuff, but even our Gold is our very best package for every person. And it's not even $100. And not only does it give you 30 hours of the best videos you need to watch to pass, you get to attend live classes up to 3 times a week with an instructor where you can ask questions, where you can get a community support. And we have the Facebook page. And that is just insane value to me. Blessed in love. Thank you. I bought your Gold package for life and health. This has been such a game changer. Yes. Thank you so much. The study guide that I did for this day was absolutely horrible and could not understand it. I completely understand. All right. And your exam is on the 25th. Oh, yes. We're sending you all the loves, all the vibes to pass. Annette as well. Your exam is on the 26th. All the loves, all the vibes to pass the exam. Yeah. Again, some of the best things are going to go to insuranceexamqueen.com, click on recommendations. Read what is important for your state. I break down every single state for the property and casualty exam, for the life and health exam. I break it down, tell you what's important, and then show you how I can best help you pass the exam. And whether you just listen to YouTube videos on repeat, the podcast on repeat, or you listen to Gold, it's going to help you get much, much closer. Gold is go for gold, right? It just helps 90% first-time pass rate. And you could check it out. I'm not the only one who says this. Go to the Google review page. You will see over 1,600 5-star reviews. Most of them state, get Gold. Quit wasting your time. Get Gold. If you have second thoughts, stop. Just get Gold. This is what people say on repeat. All right. So I don't see any new comments. And it's a Friday evening, so I'm going to go hang out with my baby and my man. So I love you all. Make sure you check us out in the Facebook group. If you just go to Facebook and type Insurance Exam Queen, it should pop up. And then if you need any support as well, you can go to insuranceexamqueen.com. We have FAQs. We've got the recommendations. And I love you so all. I love you so much. Bless and love. Buy it. It is such a value for the money. Trust me. Yes, right there. She bought it. Annette, thank you. I do have the gold package. Perfect. All right. So I love you all. I'm sending you all the loves, all the vibes to pass your exam. Have an amazing day. Bye.